Hello and welcome to the day 30 of the 100 Days Challenge while trying to build projects in public. Since yesterday I finished the running guide, I was thinking on how to actually promote that, but then again I realized that this is not what I am enjoying the most, so I left it parked since it's something evergreen that it does not require to be published today. It can make the same sense in 6 months. So I just took a step back, and I know I said that I didn't want to build more applications while the testing was being done, but after thinking different approaches, I've been thinking actually quite seriously to build a SaaS or a micro SaaS. And I've been watching videos from the Starter Story, that it's a podcast that they just publish different videos. Here you can see Starter Story. There is a channel that they just interviewed different people and they gave them different tips on how they build their applications. So I was looking at some of them. I think that the one of them was this one from this guy here, also this one that was cloning applications. And yeah, I've been almost convinced to try one of those approaches, but then I realized that maybe what I am good at is at building applications, so let's try to build at least 3 applications before I actually try another model. Because at the end, I always have the same issue. I try something, then I don't actually stick to it, and I jump to another thing, and then I think that this inconsistency is what it makes me not able to succeed in any of those. So I'll just continue with my approach, that is the building applications. And in order to do so, I've been checking with the help of ChatGPT and my previous experience and my previous ideas, and I decided to work on another mobile game that is Stack or Crash. That basically it's an arcade casual physics game, and again I'm onto the arcade casual section. Initially I'll be building by Android, but maybe it can be moved to iOS since I'll be using Flutter. It's gonna be a single player and offline and a vertical game. Basically, it's the concept summary is that the player must stack falling blocks as high as possible while keeping the tower balanced. It's a game that it has already been tested. There are a lot of games, so if there are games now, I'll just need to try something that already works and adding my own style to it. Also, if the blocks are misaligned, the structure becomes unstable and eventually it can lead to a crash. The twist of my game is that some blocks may have weird physics, so for example, the round ones will roll if they are not in the proper position. There may be some invisible blocks that cannot be seen, some others that are explosive, so can push the tower apart, and etc. etc. So that would be the twist of my game. Basically, the core gameplay is that the goal is to build the tallest, most stable tower possible before it collapses, and the player earn points for each successfully placed block, and extra bonuses for perfect alignment and combos, like getting 3 consecutive blocks, etc. The controls need to be easy, so the user just needs to tap, and when they tap, it drops the current block from above, and the block moves side to side automatically before being dropped. So you just have to click when it's in the proper position while being moved. And the game loop is simple, just there's a block at the top that moves horizontally, then the player taps the screen, it releases, so it falls like simulating gravity. If it's aligned properly, it stacks, otherwise it can either cut off or fall away, and basically you can gradually increase the difficulty with the speed or the special block's frequency. And finally, when a block completely misses the tower or the stack becomes unstable, it just crashes and there's an end screen with the score and restart options. As I said, there are different block types, the normal ones, then that will be regular, standard, rectangular blocks, the rounded ones that are circular and may roll slightly when landing depending on the position, also some invisible ones that are transparent and only a tiny shadow is visible, so you see it initially but then you don't, and the explosive ones that it may explode when they land. So to simulate the physics, here we've been creating some formulas and basically also how the difficulty will progress. Also some scoring system on how many points. This is an initial idea, then maybe when we try it out we see that they need to be updated to actually have a proper game experience. And in terms of the visual style, there are different inspirations, but basically want to be something clean, minimalistic, and colorful. There are some color palettes and animations, and also the sound design that may have. Here we can see the different states, how we can take the users and ask them to come back, how we can monetize these, and how we will implement the technical design and the roadmap. So yeah, that's basically all for today. I also took the chance to clean my laptop because it was quite full, the hard drive. So it took me more or less 1 hour to move different things across hard drives, and this also took some of my afternoon. But yeah, my idea for tomorrow is to start working on this and start having a very initial MVP that later I can iterate over. That's all for today. Thank you if you watch, and see you tomorrow.